19:7. If you abide in me and my words abide in you, you shall ask what you will, and it shall be done unto you.
For a minute. Alright, you guys, got a problem with my Torque Master lower unit on my 250 Pro XS. I've already taken it off, and I could tell that a couple of gears, they feel funny. We drained it with our drain, and we had pieces of aluminum coming out. Not good. To do these, you're going to need a couple of tools. So you're going to need the tool to get the bearing carrier nut off. And there's a tab, a locking tab, or might be a couple, and you just got to get a screwdriver in there, pry it a little bit, and then take a punch and punch it back. And then you're going to need a tool. You're going to need this tool right here. This one is like Marine Tech 0031. If I remember right, it's 12 teeth. I want to say it's 96 millimeter. But check your lower unit, make sure. That should be for this Pro XS. So if this doesn't move, you know, like very well, then you'll have to have the tool to put on here. It's a bearing carrier puller. I don't have that. I may have to order that in order to get in here and find out what the problem is. Hey guys, we got you know, this retainer nut off, and behind it is the lock washer. That's how it locks. Bend those tabs, and then we can look at our gears.
Here, yeah.
So we got our gear just sitting over here. This would be your reverse gear,
and as you look close, guys, there's a chip tooth.
There's a chip tooth.
Chip tooth right here.
It's chipped over there. But this one's not near as bad as the other ones, which are really
pretty bad.
Pretty bad. You got that light
yeah,
still?
let me get my grease.
But off. You can see, like, right there, there's, like, that's gone. Like, that whole gear is gone.
Alright, here, let me bring a flashlight so y'all can see.
So that'd be our forward gear, so right?
If you look at the very top...
But if you look at the drive shaft, man, that is...
The drive shaft vertical gear, look at the chips on it.
And the one over there is just gone. So this will need an entire gear set.
And then when you look back behind that gear, that's the clutch. And if you look closely, there are multiple teeth.
Yeah, especially even like on this side, you can see that tooth. So that forward gear is really chewed up, and then of course we got a lot going on there. So I'm not sure why, but now there's a keeper wire that's on the dog clutch, and it's right down there. If you notice, I wonder if that's what caused the problem. It's possible. It's hard to say, but this has all been just chewed up.
Well, if I may, Jeff, I think it's you know, this lower unit is 9 years old. It's 2013, correct?
Yeah.
So, and you don't know, you've had the boat for what, about 3 years, I think?
Yeah.
So we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what somebody else did.
What kind of you know, abuse or whatever, you know, what kind of how it was run, if it was run hard, or, but that definitely proves that there's multiple teeth on multiple gears chipped.
And it's really loose.
So it'll all have to be gutted and overhauled.
This off now.
We can lower the lower unit, and then we can gut the rest of it out. That'd be the most logical way to go about it.
we call it Nashville. They call it Smashville for a reason, because some idiot decided to just take a U-turn right in front of me. I mean, like right in front of me, and there was nothing I could do. So been waiting for the insurance company. This happened a month ago. They finally got everything settled, but there's the bumper. So I don't know if I can get another bumper or not. Somehow I got to bend it back, but luckily it just bent this piece and that piece, and it kind of monkeyed up my fender well a little bit. I don't know. The other thing is I'm gonna have to get another bracket for the headlight and maybe clean them up. But so now I've got to do this. Luckily I've got another truck, so it's not like I'm out of a vehicle. I just had basic coverage because it's an older truck, you know, but I don't want to drive my other good truck. Anyway, stuck with this mess. And then on the Suzuki, finally got it all back together. It does run, but the wiring was just a mess. It was atrocious. So, you know, the ignition part of it was working. Everything was working. I have these apart because I fixed this and this, because it seemed like I was having an electrical issue. There's no, I don't know if this works. It is a wiring harness, goes down here, goes back to the engine. So I was trying to find, and I haven't found it yet, but I was trying to find a wiring diagram for the engine. In this remote you got a horn. Of course I got in here, got it running, and then the switch just broke on me. I mean, it was so old and brittle, it just broke. So then I bought another one because I thought, well, I don't want to wait. And then I realized, well, this freaking thing is not made to go all the way on here, so it's really not the right switch. It's just something I wanted to try. Anyway, it cost me $23 and I'll keep it. But it's only a 3-prong because there's no choke on this motor. It's all done inside the carburetors and the fuel pump, but I think I still have an issue with that now that I got it running and I've got all the wiring fixed except for the monitor. I mean, a couple things. Without the monitor, you don't know if you're getting oil or not getting oil. When I plug up the warning, it just stays solid beeping because there's no monitor. So it just, you know, there's no way to know that. Anyway, we're moving ahead. Lots been done. I mean, a water pump, and it's peeing now, and the head gasket was messed up. Had to go to a machine shop to get fixed. Got the head back on, anaerobically sealed. It's got new spark plugs. I think it needs new sparkulators, as Derek would say. He's a funny guy. But anyway, so that's where that is. You can see there was so much wiring down in there that you could even use the hot foot, and it's still like got to be tie wrapped and put back up. But you got different systems on these boats. You got, you know, your tachometer and your fuel sending gauge, and like if you have a smart meter, any kind of smart meter, no matter Yamaha, Mercury, Suzuki, later model Evereads, any of that stuff is going to have some kind of monitor for the engine. And really without that, then you're kind of dead in the water. Now a lot of them used to have horns, didn't have a monitor, just had a horn, and if something was going wrong, then the alarm would go off, and then you'd know, I got to shut this thing down. Either you wasn't getting cooling, you wasn't getting oil, something. So there's no way, even if I run this motor, to really make sure that we have, I know we got water pressure because I can see it peeing, but the VRO that's on this old engine, there's no way to know if that's working unless you did some sort of, like, you know, I could go off of each oil line and make sure it's still pumping oil, but you kind of hate to do that because if cylinder's not getting oil, that's not good. But just sitting here won't hurt it. Anyway, thanks for watching.